The AI bull market really started at the end of 2022. What catalyzed this bull market was OpenAI announcing ChatGPT. Now, it feels familiar today, but at the time, it was truly emerging. And so investors started to see the opportunity in places like data centers, autonomous vehicles, gaming. So this speaks to the opportunity in AI. As investors, how we should look at this bull market, we have to look at previous technology cycles. Over the last 40 years, there's been two major ones. Now, the PC and internet era was led by companies like Microsoft and Intel. This cycle was 14 years in length, and Microsoft was up a whopping 52,000% throughout this cycle, and Intel around 12,000%. The smartphone era lasted again around 14 years, and Apple was up around 5,000%. Today, we believe we're in the artificial intelligence cycle. And though we've had significant returns, we do believe we're in early innings for this cycle. Something like the PC and internet era took around 20 years for mass adoption. The smartphone era took around 6 to 7 years for mass adoption. Our latest study shows that around 40% of the population has adopted artificial intelligence in some format. Now, this is incredibly encouraging. It still shows that we have a long way to go. And so over the next 8 to 10 years, we expect a 30% annual growth rate for artificial intelligence, and that constitutes a $1.8 trillion market opportunity for revenues associated with AI companies. So there are three main pillars we look at for artificial intelligence. Now, the first one would be the consumer applications. So companies like Meta, Apple, Alphabet. The second pillar is enterprise data. Companies like Microsoft and ServiceNow have access to corporate data, and they'll use artificial intelligence to make use of this and monetize it going forward. Now, the third pillar, it relates to semiconductors. And so companies like NVIDIA have been up around 1,100% since 2022. And companies like Broadcom provide the infrastructure and connectivity behind artificial intelligence. At CIBC Asset Management, we have an active innovation franchise that's around $3.6 billion. What I want to highlight is the CIBC Technology Innovation Fund. It's designed to outperform the NASDAQ 100, and today we have around 70 to 80% of our portfolio invested within artificial intelligence. We have more technology exposure than the NASDAQ itself, and so we think that over time, the CIBC Technology Innovation Fund will outperform the NASDAQ.